everyone. Welcome. Hello to everyone. Hola a todos. Bienvenidos. Ciao tutti. Welcome.
Hello everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great.
Hola.
Hola.
Hello.
Hola, JT.
¿Qué tal?
Muy
Ciao
bien.
tutti.
Chao.
¿Vamos a hablar en español o
Sí.
inglés? ¿Ah, sí?
Español. Todos los idiomas que quieran. Hola,
Las in-
Adriana. Un abrazo.
las
Hoy es la
instrucciones
fiesta del mundo de
del-
Economio Francesco, así que todo está permitido.
Las
Ay, qué
instrucciones del
bien.
correo decían que había que exponer en el propio idioma, así que...
Obvio. Bueno.
Mi idioma es portugués, así que...
Eu falo un poquillo portugués.
Ay, qué bien, Valentina.
Welcome to everyone. Hello. Hello, everyone. It's a pleasure to have this bonus track event. I'm here together with Luca.
Hello. It is Luca. Nice to meet you all.
So there's a few things. Maybe you can put me in the screen with all of you, so we can all see together. Excellent. Yes. So there are a few technical things, so we can use the chat. So feel free to use the chat. It will be supporting in that part. And also, I don't know if people, before we start, I don't know if people from Vocation and Profit are here. I really invite you to open the camera. So we have a minute with all the village. So who is here from Vocation and Profit? Who can open the microphone a bit? Who is it?
Hello.
Hey.
Aquí.
Hey,
Hi.
we are
Hello.
here.
Okay, Francesco, I see. Tronchi, Enrique, Jose Tomás. Who else is from Vocation and Profit? Marcy, do I say?
Evening.
Okay. So before we start starting the event, we just seen a few hours ago we heard the news that our senior Loglin passed away. So for us, it's a truly sad news. So together with Luca. And all the villages, our seniors, Frank, Adriana, Helen, and all the villagers want to start with a minute of silence in a way of remember him and also being grateful for his life and that. So we're starting this way. And if anyone wants to say maybe a word in the chat about his life, is welcome as well. So the minutes start now. Thank you so much to all of us who are here, especially from Vocation and Profit from all around the world. I will read do you want to read the words of Enrique?
Lachlan will continue with us in spirit. Such a great friend, great professional. May God receive him with his arms wide open, as the Christ, the Redeemer, does here in Rio.
So with this we want to start the event thinking about him, but also saying a big hug to his family, his friends back in Ireland and UK. And now, Luca, what invitation do you have for us?
So I would like to welcome you back, everyone. We are happy to meet you again after more than 1 month, right, Vale? And today we have a very special event. So we want to share with you, this is the program. There are 4 moments. Firstly, we have the third part of the harvest, the one that we didn't manage to do last time. So we will present the projects of people who apply to the harvest. And secondly, we have the What's On moment. So the news from the territories. There are so many projects also in the territories, right? That have been carried on with so much effort by the people there. And so we want to give space to these projects. And then a special moment with St. Francis called the face-to-face. Now, by now you should know what this is. And finally, the Expo Villages and Territories. So you will discover what this is later on.
Okay, so we are super excited. This is the first time that we are doing an online expo, and we are sure that it will be the first of many or more. We know projects from different parts of the world and different languages. So what about if we start? What about if we...
Let's go.
Okay, so are you ready? Yes? Okay, so let's go on.
Welcome back, everyone. So we continue with our fruit and harvest. Could you believe, really, guys, how much was seeded after Pope Francis' message in Assisi? So when we received all the proposals, we couldn't believe it. And what we saw is that there were many seeds around the world. And so get ready to continue to go around the world in South America, Africa, Europe, and more. Let's find out.
Realmar a economia para nós, após esses anos de organização, escuta e mobilização em torno do chamado do Papa Francisco, está em passar da linguagem da cabeça para a linguagem do coração da economia. E assim questionar: por que pessoas sofrem por causa do sistema econômico dominante? O que temos a ver com o sistema econômico que gera desigualdades, que é o capitalismo? É nesta travessia de alimentação mútua entre a razão, que analisa, constata e articula saberes, e o coração, que pensa, sente e vibra, que nos colocamos em uma travessia sente-pensante na gênese do realmar a economia. O círculo virtuoso concretiza-se por unir práticas de incidência, articulação e fomento de organizações populares. E quando se diz popular, afirma-se o povo como protagonista. Por isso, a economia de Francisco e Clara se ampara numa dupla necessidade: articular e fortalecer práticas, discursos e saberes, e investir numa outra plataforma de infraestrutura ecológica, no ambientalismo popular e em economias populares.
My name is Samuel Lekato from Kenya, a member of Life and Lifestyle Village in EoF. The EoF Amboseli mission was undertaken by 4 members of EoF. We subdivided it into 2. One was doing the training on nutrition and sanitation, and the other group was doing entrepreneurship and agriculture. We train the women. We first form a group for training women on entrepreneurship and also management of what they have and how they can utilize their own resources for their benefit. And the other group was doing nutrition, training about kids, nutrition, and also sanitation. The 4 members of EoF did an amazing work. We can see the impact in the village. from as early as last month. We did the training on August, but the impact can be seen. People are utilizing the skills, and I want to thank everyone that took part, everyone that prayed for us, everyone that maybe chip in and give the resources. Thank you so much. May God bless you. You have touched many lives unknowingly, and you have also protected the next generation, because by training the women, they say that if you train a woman, you are impacting the whole generation, and that's what you did. And also to the people that train us on agriculture, those are who come up with the content and everything. Thank you so much.
Obrigada, Eduardo, for all the communitarian work and in this initiative. And thank you, Samuel. What a great discovery from how much of this project touched our heart. Actually, here with us today is Diego. So you will find more about one of this project, and also thinking about Roberta, Emmanuel, what a joy.
We also want to recall, before moving on, the work of Numan Nawaz in Pakistan, which is, in a sense, still a communitarian work, just like the one Eduardo is doing, but in villages in Pakistan. And then Yosniel and the Initiative of Small Enterprises in Cuba. And now, Vale, we have some friends online, right?
Yeah.
I see some faces. Hello, Crisel. Daniele, Maria Elena, are you with us from Chile? Perla from Lebanon.
So we start with one. Do you want to find out one?
Yeah, let's start with Crisel.
Crisel.
Hi, everyone. Good evening from the Philippines. It's a pleasure to be here and very grateful for this opportunity to share about a simple project that our organization is doing with Indigenous youth. So, this is the Forest Farm and Leadership in the Margins Unit. So, this is a program of the Apu Palamguan Cultural Education Center. So, this is a Jesuit supported Indigenous school in the Upper Pulangi watershed in the Philippines. So, this unit, it operates within the ancestral domain of the Pulangion community, who are known for their culture of peace. So through FFLM, we accompany youth in enhancing their technical and leadership skills through courses on organic farming, bamboo processing, enterprise development, and forest and water management of over 50 hectares. So the long-term goal of this initiative is to promote integral ecology within and beyond the Upper Pulangi watershed. And it's also in line with the goals of the Agriculture and Justice Village in creating an alliance on agricultural practices based on harmonious relationships with Indigenous people. So, since then, how has the initiative grown? Well, the youth are able to actively contribute to the management of the ancestral domain. They also learn English skills and pursue higher education without leaving their community. So this builds their confidence and enables their voices as Indigenous youth to be heard more broadly. So in a nutshell, that's our initiative. So thank you very much for this platform and space, and looking forward to hearing more.
Thank you, Crisel. Great to have you here with us. And so will be more opportunities to do networking with you and know more about it. So Daniele, dove sei?
Yeah, I'm from Italy, but now I'm in the gym.
All right. Okay. So now we will find the initiative about Daniele. He's a young entrepreneur from Italy. So we'll find out more about his initiative.
So thank you very much. We have a great idea, and we are trying to develop in Italy. The project is called Outdoor Fences. So just from the name,
Daniele.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you well, but I think there's a confusion. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. So I will give you a space later, but now we're going to have Daniele. He was part of the Harvest program. So
Yeah,
it's a video. So if you
Great,
can
great.
help me. Okay, thank you.
Ciao, sono Daniele Montesi e vi racconto l'inizio di una storia che è ancora alle prime battute, quella di Tuney, la prima piattaforma per regalare musica in streaming. E allora devo parlarvi di Economia Francesco. Da ingegnere gestionale, infatti, ho partecipato al villaggio Management and Gift ed è lì che mi sono appassionato al tema della gratuità. Durante il percorso ho poi scoperto da San Francesco che l'economia dei sentimenti è il motore primo dei veri cambiamenti. E proprio dalla voglia di tutti i giovani come me di cambiare il mondo ho preso coraggio per cambiare il mio, che nel lavoro che avevo sentivo di non puntare in alto e non ero felice. Gratuità, ascoltare i sentimenti, ricevere energia dagli altri, cambiare per il meglio e l'amore per la musica. Questi sono gli ingredienti che mi hanno portato a fondare Tuney nel 2022, dopo aver lasciato il mio lavoro. Con il bel team che ci crede insieme a me, vogliamo far tornare alla musica un regalo attraente, liberando appieno il suo potenziale relazionale e valorizzandolo anche economicamente per dare un equo compenso agli artisti. Proprio nei prossimi giorni inizieremo a validare il mercato in Italia, quindi restate aggiornati nei vari social di Tuney e sostenete la nostra e anche nostra rivoluzione. Grazie e ci vediamo presto. Ciao!
Grazie mille Daniele, it's an interesting project. Vale, now I think that we are going to a country that you know very well. Guess what?
Which one is it?
Guess you know Chile.
Okay.
So welcome, Maria Elena. Tell us about your project. Are you with us, Maria Elena? Do we have a video or?
Yeah, she's here.
Okay.
María Elena.
Sí, acá estoy, hola.
Hola.
Sí, hola.
Hola.
Hola a todos y todas. Bueno, les quería contar de mi iniciativa, que es un proyecto que nace a partir de un grupo de académicos y académicas de la Universidad Católica Silva Enríquez acá en Chile, específicamente de la Facultad de Ingeniería y Empresa, quienes tuvimos la oportunidad de visitar un asentamiento humano de migrantes, lo que acá en Chile se conoce como campamento, lo cual está ubicado en la ciudad de Santiago. Bueno, en este encuentro, en este compartir, en esta visita que estuvo enmarcado en un encuentro, en una actividad pastoral solitaria, tuvimos un diálogo horizontal y fraternal con las mujeres que dirigen esta comunidad. Y en este encuentro nos surgió una pregunta y a la vez un deseo a nosotros de dar respuesta como institución de educación superior católica a las necesidades que ellos nos fueron planteando. Y bueno, es así como surgió un programa de formación en alfabetización digital y emprendimiento, cuya finalidad es formar y además acercar la tecnología a los habitantes de esta comunidad. ¿Cuál era el objetivo? Bueno, facilitar el acceso a ciertos trámites en línea y a cierto desconocimiento que tenían sobre el tema. Además de acercarles también el lenguaje un poco del mercado a aquellos que tenían espíritu emprendedor. En una segunda etapa del programa, lo que esperamos y queremos es que se incorporen también estudiantes, ya que con esto estaremos impactando a su formación desde el ámbito valórico. Y bueno, para finalizar, para el desarrollo de esta iniciativa, contamos con el apoyo de una corporación que se llama Dolores Opeña, con la cual compartimos valores. Y también ha sido una institución puente entre la comunidad y la universidad. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias a ti, María Elena. Thank you so much, María Elena, for being with us today. I'm really curious about know more about this initiative, how I will finish the the journey. And now we're moving to totally different continent. So, Perla from Lebanon, are you here?
Yeah, I am here. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you.
Please share with us your initiative.
Thank you. So as a member of the Agriculture and Justice Village in the Economy of Francesco, I have discerned the profound relationship between the Economy of Francesco and Friends of Nature values and vision, which today I am eager to elaborate with you all. In the heart of Lebanon, where agricultural traditions have thrived for centuries, two groundbreaking initiatives aimed the country's farming practices. Dr. Mirna Sam'an Haber's vision was clear, and she held this work through Friends of Nature organization, in which I work with, to harness the economic, ecological, and social benefits of agroforestry and ensure that these practices become an essential part of Lebanon's agricultural landscape. And a question was raised, how can Lebanon's farmers improve their agricultural practices while preserving the environment? The first initiative was to train 9 professors to teach agroforestry and to include such a curriculum in 9 Lebanese universities. The second initiative was agroforestry systems are fundamental to support sustainable production with higher yield and lower cost. The aim was on teaching more than 300 farmers throughout Lebanon, providing them with the knowledge and expertise they need to apply agroforestry practices to their farmlands. By introducing agroforestry into education, training farmers, and fostering community collaboration, these initiatives have created a pathway towards a more sustainable, prosperous, and environmentally conscious future for Lebanese agriculture. Through dedication and innovative approaches, Dr. Haber and Friends of Nature have set a shining example for a agricultural transformation in Lebanon and beyond. Thank you so much for hosting me and letting me share this story with all of you and in the economy of Francesco. It's a pleasure for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, dear Perla. And I wish you the best with all the agriculture and Justice Village for this initiative. I mean, I also would like to thank all the others who joined today, who took their time to be here with us and to tell to everyone their projects. We are really grateful. And now I think we have to move on. So we have seen many wonderful projects, but what about the EoF community is not just projects, there is much more. And so this is why we want to invite our audience to continue with us our journey and to explore the initiatives after the event. Vale, are we closing?
Yes, but about the harvest, the whole event. So now we want to move on to the what's on and what it is what's on means. So are all the news that you guys made through this year. So I will not say any longer. So I will invite you to jump in this incredible couple, Enrique, Francesca. Are you here?
Hello, we are here.
Sure,
Okay.
we are back again.
We are back again. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
It's great to be here with you. So, first of all, welcome. And once again, welcome, Francesca. It's amazing to be once again with you here.
It's my pleasure and honor because he's the great and real presenter. I always say that, but it was a big pleasure handling this session together with our Enrique. So we continue now.
Likewise. So, so now it's time to scroll down through some of the several actions taken in different places and backgrounds. We are going to quickly mention those initiatives featured on the 4th Global Gathering back in October, and also some new great stories happening here and there. So, Francesca, what do you think? Can you start guiding us through?
Yeah, absolutely. I can. Maybe we also have a kind of spot introduction. So I would ask our master. Yeah, here we go.
So our journalists, Salvas, take action now. Come on.
It needs to be a serious column, you know. So EoF News is something really serious, guys. No, but because it's all about you, your life, your commitment. So we really are honored, you know, to represent. And even if in just few words, we want to share with you all what's happening in the world. So, well, you know, guys, we saw several initiatives on the October the 6th, and we also saw that Latin America actually is a very active area. So we started last time with the Latin American Congress of the Social Doctrine of the Church in Bogota, in Colombia, where we opened actually the year, and then we also closed it up with the 3rd Congress we hosted, you know, during our global event, always from Colombia. So it's a very lively region. But then let's go on, Enrique. We just play a kind of a ping pong just to show the richness of the initiatives.
So, and then we had a great forum in Casamance, Senegal, which has involved young people from Mauritania, Cap Vert, and La Guinea-Bissau, on the theme Ecological Economy for Lasting Peace in Sub-Saharan Africa.
Yeah, we have to highlight that Africa is also very active and is starting having different, activities and initiatives. So we also received a couple of days ago some other updates from Senegal and also like Burkina and Cote d'Ivoire. So great, congratulations to our African friends. And then we also hosted last May, not we, but our Mexican friends. Last May, the Mexico State Hub organized an event with more than 3 young people gathered at La Salle University, in addition to many other initiatives with the Indosoc Institute.
Yeah, and we also have several international festivals, which include, for example, the Ecumenical one in Romania, the Utopic Fest promoted by Rondine Cittadella della Pace, Economia para Diminuir Inegualdades in Colombia, and the Biblical Festival in Italy, with over 200 middle and high school students. And also sustainability fairs such as Fala Cosa Giusta, in collaboration with Economy of Communion, and the Village for the Earth, both in Italy, or international retreats, such as the one promoted, for example, by UNIAPAC at the European level. What else, Francesca?
Right, more space of fraternity where reflection and action revolve around inclusion, peripheries, and especially the fight against hunger can also be mentioned in this space. So we see right now with us quite many Brazilian friends. And so we can recall the recent Pacto Nacional pelo Combate a Desigualdades in Brasilia, but also other initiatives of the Houses of Francis in Turin, like Daniele was trying to say before, and also in different cities in Brazil, with the involvement of disadvantaged people and representatives of the Campagna de Fraternidade.
Yeah, thank you, Francesca. We are from Brazil, my land and our land. We go back to Africa. The African continent, for example, last August had the Amboseli mission, engaged entrepreneurs, researchers, and educators in a special 10-day mission to Kenya's Maasai community. We saw that with Samuel, which consisted of training sessions on nutrition, health, and entrepreneurship. Africa has hosted several other initiatives this past year in Zambia, Mozambique, and the Ivory Coast, just to give you some examples. In this country, for example, the Ivory Coast, a group of young people, once back from a CZ 2022 event, lived for a few weeks with vulnerable communities, reaching about 200 people, including differently able, orphans, widows, and frail old people. In Burkina Faso, for example, partnering with government agencies has facilitated working with youth in a new economy, and a couple of sentinels from this country showed us the beautiful fruits they are harvesting, despite the current fragile political situation they are living.
Yeah.
Paths of entrepreneurial promotion for economic growth and sustainable work are the focus of activities in Uganda, as well as other virtual experiences are recorded in Benin, Cameroon, Congo, Botswana, Mali, and Ghana.
Yeah, there's really so much happening, and we listened to Samuel before, and we know that Diego, for example, one of the young people directly committing in the mission in Amboseli this summer, is here with us today. So maybe we can invite also to listen to his words and his experience later on the expo, among the other interesting ones. So we really have wonderful people to tell us about really great things. And also with Perla, we just listened to what's happening in Lebanon, because we saw that the economy of Francesco has been included in a Christian formation program, the CLEF, and we send the warm greetings to Sister Nora. Perla, please. We just met up with her last week, and it was a great meeting. So we are closely working to have a new common section next year again in Lebanon. Again.
Yeah,
and what about Asia?
Asia, yes, EoF is also spreading there. particularly in Taiwan, where there's a collaboration standing with the ESG Foundation for Global Citizenship Digital Governance. And do you have something to tell us about Bangladesh?
Yeah, also, just before we want to say hello to Thomas, that we're still connecting as well, even if it's quite late at night, but we say hello to Thomas from the Taiwan. Yeah, absolutely. In Bangladesh and the Emirates, we also report an active community of young people working hard, especially entrepreneurs, you know. Many of them have gathered to follow us the 25th hour event with special local programs. For example, we see Abdullah as well is one of the protagonists of the expo later on, and we just send warm greetings to him. But again, it was full of best practices, arts, so we greet them all in Bangladesh and the Emirates with love and gratitude.
Yeah, thank you all. And now we go back to Europe and Central and Eastern Europe. They are also very lively. EoF's presence is being strengthened in Germany, Czech Republic, Slovak Republic, countries that mainly focus on the training of younger people, and Hungary, Hungary, which is hosting a brand new hub in collaboration with Pulsatio Meridiana Nunbel, a generative economy platform. And again, in where EoF even participated last June in the dialogue on soil health organized at the Polish Parliament.
Yeah, so taking place in the big, tables around the world. And then again, innovative business models are at the center of Spanish initiatives, for example, in Madrid, but also in Catalonia, and especially in the Basque countries, where, guys, there is a dialogue with the whole cooperative world. And finally, in the US as well, where the youth agenda privileges experience of ethical financial investment. Yeah.
Thank you, Fran. And we are back now to Central and South America. Costa Rica, Guatemala, Peru, Paraguay, Chile. There's a lively dialogue with important actors, such as, for example, Sistema B, Caritas, Uniapac, and communication agencies such as Ecocatólica, among others. And Mexico and Cuba, where several entrepreneurial training pathways are developed. A crossroad linking the entire area from the Caribbean to Chile are the activities of the LATAM network, which we have just talked about, engaged in business and interreligious dialogue by collaboration with CELAM, CREAS, and other academic and civil society entities. The EoF LATAM network has celebrated its third Congress just at the beginning of October, as we follow it. And Colombia, the host country, has already passed the baton to Mexico, which will host the next edition, as the young people have already given us a taste during the live connection back in October.
Yeah, correct. And then also during our global event, we could also see the Argentina, guys very, very committed, because we saw a proliferation of initiatives in the past few months. And we also listened to a couple of hub representatives. So, for example, Magali and Valentina, maybe they are there with us also today. They talked about 3 beautiful projects, but it was a very quick, introduction because of time. So maybe we invite you all to explore more about these 3 projects. The names are Economía de Triple Impacto, something linked to the work and care and business in transition villages, and also Conectando para Educar, linked rather to the CO2 of inequalities. And the last one is Puente hacia el Futuro, in cooperation with the University of Buenos Aires, Catholic University of Buenos Aires. Maybe I'm wrong. Magali, you can take the floor just 1 second to correct me if you need. But anyway, we also got other updates from the great Siena Seas project, so all valuable parts, and we want to renew our congratulations to the Argentinian friends.
Yeah, and as we mentioned it back in October, some nossos amigos portugueses, some Portuguese young people did an EoF event during the World Youth Day this summer in collaboration with the Universidade Católica de Lisboa, welcoming many people home in Portugal and telling that participating in the World Youth Day has represented one small step for oneself and one giant leap for EoF.
Yeah, it was another great event to recall in our memory and celebrate. Right, guys, so all these meetings and opportunities of network, have come about through synergies, first among you, the youth themselves. So you have to celebrate, first, and then with many other partners like Laudato Si Action Platform and also Laudato Si Movement, among many others. Yeah, and then the last section we want to highlight is about training. Enrique, can you say something about that?
Yeah, training is a key element for us in EoF and in the whole EoF agenda. So from last March to the...
We wait to recover the connection, and maybe we can just scroll down this last part about training. Right, so maybe not all of you are aware, that from last March that the EoF in the Classroom Kit is available on our website. What is that? It's actually a two-step educational kit. It's a ready kit, very useful, believe me, for schools and informal groups. They've been asked for that since long time, and we finally have something very useful. So mentioning the educational projects, we also want to point out the collaboration with the University of Monterrey, which is hosting a rather new hub over there, and the UNOS Innovation Pathway Center, working together around youth labor inclusion and enriching Mexico with even more initiatives. So yeah, let me see if our friends is there.
I'm here. I had a problem. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, we can.
Internet. Everyone knows that internet worldwide is...
Yeah, maybe just for us today, no problem.
Francesca,
yeah, we only have the summer school narration, left to our news. So maybe you can just go on from the summer school, international and the local ones.
Okay, let me just find here. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry, really, I was cut it off.
No problem.
So
it
our
happens.
international, I'm really sorry. Our annual international summer schools, also others are also being locally organized. The one in Split, entitled Environmental and Social Crisis, New Economy, in collaboration with the Catholic University of Croatia, the Angelicum in Rome, and the DOCAT Center Split, has recently ended. And next February, in the state of Rio Grande do Sul, Porto Alegre, our friend, let me see if he's here.
Andrei, we say hello to him.
Hello.
Hello.
So in the state of Rio Grande do Sul, Porto Alegre, a group of young Brazilians is proposing Economia and the Global South, a summer school in collaboration with the Francisco School of Theology and Spirituality, while Mexico will also host a summer school in the summer of 24 at Indosoc and the Ibero-American University. Don't miss further updates on this, all the community. We will keep you updated. And finally, we also want to remind you of EoF's participation in the Certificate of Advanced Studies entitled Integral Economics, incorporating sustainability, ethics, and faith, inaugurated in Eisendown a few weeks ago, and still ongoing. Yeah, in Switzerland, precisely, which is sponsored by the University of Freiburg and SUPSI.
Yeah, correct. So we really want to hear more, from Andrei, from Adriana, all our dear friends committed in the local summer school and other big stuff. And we end up this section, with a thought and a message of real gratitude and encouragement, because you deserve, all our exactly gratitude, as we know that you are working hard to make Economia Francesco an increasingly strong and impactful reality where you are. So once again, thank you to each and every one of you. And now we are going to move on the next special moment of our program today. We will call Gabi from UK. I mean, she's settled in UK, but with Brazilian soul, to guide us, through one more face-to-face with Francis time. So Gabi, the floor is yours, if you are ready.
Thank you so much. I'm so proud and happy to be among you all. Nice to see you. Send your hearts. So I invite you for a couple of minutes to make a pause, to contemplate and to open inner space to think about our relationships with ourselves, with the others, and the planet. Francis of Assisi is a guiding star to the joy of a simple life, showing a path of universal fraternity with all living creatures. Daring to dream, to imagine, is a prophecy itself. We only create if you can firstly imagine. So in this face-to-face, I invite you to unleash your imagination and embrace a commitment with action. And let us love our neighbors as ourselves. And if anyone does not want to love them as himself, let him at least not do them any harm, but let him do good. This is a piece of letter of the faithful from St. Francis of Assisi. And this piece invites us to encounter the meaning of love, which differs from the idea of the romantic love that we are so much used to. It's an invitation to investigate the agape love, most known as unconditional love, which is the core element of every single faith and religion. Along the following line, St. Paul has addressed agape when writing to Corinthians. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor, and I give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it's not proud. It does not dishonor others, it's not self-seeking, it's not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. We could say a lot about this wonderful and great word that is agape. But I would like to close this moment with a final thought. Agape is a commitment with practice, with action, such as compassion. Compassion is the virtue of recognizing suffering as our common ground, the common ground of being human, and wishing each person, including ourselves, may be free from the roots that cause us suffering. St. Francis teaches us to extend our compassion and even more our fraternity to the nature, to animals, to the breeze, to the water, to the mountains, to the trees, until it becomes cosmic fraternity. Most high, all-powerful good Lord, yours are the praises, the glory, and the honor, and all blessing. To you alone, Most High, do they belong. And no human is worthy to mention your name. Praised be you, my Lord, with all your creatures, especially their brother sun, who is the day and through whom you give us light. And he is beautiful and radiant with great splendor, and bears a likeness of you, most high one. Praised be you, my Lord, through sister moon and the stars. In heaven you formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Inspired by Francis Cantico, I invite you to think about how you could express your agape love towards people and the other living beings. I appreciate your presence and commitment, and let's continue building this common path towards an economy of friendship, compassion with Earth, and the economy of peace together. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Gabby. It was just
Thank you.
lovely, beautiful. Thank you. And now, Georgia, are you here with us? Georgia Nigri?
I am. I wasn't sure why my camera wasn't coming on. Thank you.
Excellent.
I got lost in the one-to-one moment with Francis. It was really beautiful, Gabby. Thank you. I think we need a minute to resettle and reframe because that's what's important. And this is so we can share everything that's coming up and be divided into groups. Is that what we're doing? Correct?
Yeah, so now we're passing to the Expo villages and territories. Yeah. The moment that we're waiting. So Georgia, just if you want to welcome, and then I can.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking forward to this. And so thank you all for being here. As Valentina said, this was the moment we were waiting for. So what we want to do, and now we're going to be dividing up into groups to listen to all these great stories from our villages and territories.
Okay, so Taina, maybe if you can jump in with the sharing the screens, so I can give a little bit of a explanation for the methodology. Thank you. So first, to everyone, thank you so much for this time. So we are super excited about this expo, and so there are now a few information that I think is important to keep it in mind in order that you have a really good experience now. So Taina, so the first, okay, so in order, the methodology consists in that the projects that they were presented or they sign up to be part of this expo will be divided in breakout rooms. So each room will have a project of an idea. So so you guys can choose the initiative that you want to hear, and then of course you can move. So we have 30 minutes now until actually now, in order that so the projects will be presented in the language that they declare in the application form. Remember to keep this in mind at the beginning of your presentation so the participants can know and also feel welcome. So if they know the language or not, okay? And as for how to present the idea of project, you're free to do it. So we suggest supporting your message with a slide or divided in 3 parts: the presentation of the idea of project, and then dialogue, question, and networking, and then closing the meeting, and then we will return to the general room. Maybe you can give me a hands up if you understood.
Or if there are any questions.
Yeah, and Valentina, Luca, and I will be available. But I mean, we don't really want to interrupt, but anything you need, please feel free to reach out.
Okay, and now we are presenting the initiatives. Maybe Taina can help me with the next slide. Go on. There. So basically, these are the projects. So I will read it. Hold on. Okay. So we have one from the experience and sharing from the hub the leader of this is Fatima Lessa, and they will present in Portuguese. And then we have another project that is called the Water Jars. So the third space community, Natalia Tepupuri will present in English. And then, do you want to help me read it?
Yes, of course. I mean, it's very easy to read, right? So you see the language. You see the language in the bottom, so France, English, Portuguese, and so the third event in order is the Sub-Saharan event in Casamance by Luc Morato, who is from Senegal, I guess. Then social participation system in Brazil by Anjuli Tostes Faria. I hope to pronounce it well. Attividade extensionista. No, this you must read it because you cannot let me read the Portuguese. She wants me to read the Portuguese.
Attividade extensionista na integração a formações the Alan, he will present in Spanish and Portuguese, and then Diego De Luca from Spain will present in English the Economy Francesco mission supporting a Maasai community in rural in Kenya. And then what? Okay, and then so do you see all the initiatives, right? So now it's time that you, maybe I will give you 1 minute to read it all in calm, and then we will divide it in breakout rooms. So you can choose which one do you want to participate first. Okay, so maybe who wrote very interesting writing my slides, I think, to new fields, something like this.
Me, Chiara, Francesca.
Ah, Chiara, vai. Can you share it to the people?
Yes, I wrote these things. Do you want to explain? Okay, writing my slides to present my project. I was inspired by the moment I was writing, and I thought to something I never thought before in the last 2 years, a new field. I never considered writing my project. And so it is to apply my KPI to solve some problems like emergencies, climate emergencies, and also to help people in difficulties, especially women, for example, an emergency. So I think that I will implement this. And thank you for this possibility.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you, Chiara. This is excellent. So what about, I will pass the word to Juan Pablo. Bueno, did you write something?
Yes, I am writing, but yeah, I'm writing that I am very glad to be part of this EoF verse. And well, we need to involve also the youngest one because well, we need to give to the next generation, the youngest one in the universities, the students of the universities. I am glad to be part of it in our projects.
Thank you so much. Great input. And the last one, who wants to jump in? Maybe last thought. Okay, Janice, you said it.
Thank you. Yes, I was writing that I'm happy to see how the impact has been growing. And also like a proposal that is if it's possible not only to have this space because it's good to share, but also to have it like documented. So I was writing to have this space of hubs probably or projects because we know there is an article, but probably to help us also made us document what we are doing, like doing videos or photos, and have this like part in our some place to publish it. but perhaps because like the news you send us is like a lot of things to know and to process, and there is like not an insight of every project that is it, and it could be possible for us to also make us like mandatory to have this spot also and share this to other people, and like look, we are doing this because it is possible to help us like grow with other allies. I don't know, I was thinking about that when I was hearing everyone.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. Unfortunately, we cannot read it all, but this is also for you. So you have also the Padlet, so you can read it with attention and with attention. And we really want to say thank you to all of you. See you until let's meet the 20 for the call, and have a beautiful night and afternoon, and see you at the Esperar. So we will meet you again very soon. Thank you again. It was a pleasure to meet you all. Muchas gracias a todos, muchas gracias a quienes presentaron. Grazie mille chi ha fatto la presentazione, e non posso parlare nessun'altra lingua, ma obrigada. Merci. Grazie Giorgi, a tutti.
Obrigado. Buon final de semana.
Gracias a Vale, que organizó esto.
Grazie.
Grazie.